I had assumed you would ogle me like you were trying to eat me with your eyes. But I see I was wrong.
In that spirit, might I ask you to stop glancing over at my Excalibur?
You call that thing you have Excalibur? I think the word you're looking for is worm.
Come to find out that what you thought was a worm was a sword that was merely still contained in its sheath. When a holy sword is removed from its sheath, its sparkling blade is set free to plunder the Garden of Chaos.
The world of Isekai. God fucking damn it. I have a love-hate relationship with the Isekai genre as a whole. At this point, it's mainly just hate. The ones that try to be funny by having a different plot always fall short when it comes to the humor. Oh, me and my mom got transported into another world. It's just gonna end up being an incest. I'm not stupid.
私も大好きよマークママ子さん
Man, what the hell?
But I'm not complaining though. You need to have a perfect balance of seriousness and funniness to make a good isekai. There are decent isekai. They exist. Re:Zero, for example. Re:Zero has a pretty unique plot with an above average story. At least something's above average. It's a psychological thriller and definitely should be taken more seriously than, I don't know, something like the isekai smartphone bullshit. Fuck, I hate the MC so much. He's so fucking bland. On the other hand, there's also Jobless Reincarnation. It was funny and it's a really good comedy. It was able to show you a serious reality of a different world that's not just rainbows and sunshine, but also in doing that, it doesn't lose its comedic effect. Fuck, even his dad's a piece of shit. In my opinion, they both are the best of isekai, but they have different ways of going about it. With all that being said, I can admit they're the best, but they're not my favorite. You see, my taste in isekai is degenerate and trash. I'm not gonna lie. I like the level 9999 cheat skill bullshit big titty waifu with cat ears. God, I hate myself. Don't judge me. So you see, whenever there is a smartphone show or there is a show that fits my taste, even though I hate it, I fucking love it. And the best show right now that can fit my trashy qualities in isekai would have to be the Eminence of Shadow. Please don't click off this video. Like most isekai, it starts with a boy in modern day Japan. He desires to be a mastermind who exerts power from the shadows, but in the process of training, he gets hit by Chukun. He is reborn into a fantasy world as Sid Kagenau. I'm too white for that word, I'm just gonna say Sid, where he maintains a perfectly mediocre appearance to not stand out and pursues dreams of manipulating from the shadows. What a fucking edgelord. One day he stumbles upon an elven girl infected by a mysterious disease and cures her. Sid makes up a story explaining this world is secretly run by the Code of Diablos, and his secret organization, the Shadow Garden, is the only one that can fight them. The elven girl, now named Alpha, joins the organization and begins recruiting new members. However, the story Sid makes up were true, but he believes it to be a total delusion, which is ironically the delusion. Sid continues fighting the Code of Diablos under the alias Shadow, completely unaware he's involved in a complicated power struggle. This all started from a light novel, but before the anime came out, a manga was already serialized. And if you know anything about me, I don't read unless there are pictures. So when I first got introduced to the series, it was definitely through manga form. And unlike the anime, the manga introduced us to this MC, where his body was built like Ronnie Coleman, but his head was built like a hentai protagonist, all while being a high school student. This is fucking golden. Think about a time where you didn't care about the plot, the characters, the complexity, or reality for that matter. At most point in newer anime watchers, and also older anime watchers, they tend to not care about a shit like that. You see, I think I follow somewhere in between them. I wouldn't say I'm a new and I wouldn't say I'm an old. I would say I'm somewhere in the middle. See, I can admit that One Piece, in my opinion, would be peak. But with the same breath, I can also say I love fucking waifus, level 999 cheat skill, Demon King Dragon, more waifus, King Kingdom, Queen Holy War Slime, more big titty waifus with wealth years. I love all that shit. I eat it up. It's just fun. No thought degenerate fun, where the MC is past plot armor and has a plot titanium, diamond crusted, gold molded vibranium ball sack cup armor times 2. Basically, that's the Eminence of Shadow. It's a 15-year-old gamer's wet dream, and I love it for that. Not the 15-year-old part, just the other stuff. Fuck, I'll edit that out. No, I won't. But that's what makes it so appealing. The whole series is just, in one word, misunderstandings. I say this because the MC is just the king of making up fucking lies and it coming true. So the people around him believe he's like some great fucking messiah and that's gonna change the world. In reality, he just sees the world as a playground to play fictional delusions he thinks that everybody is in on. I guess maybe in that aspect he is some type of mystic being and he just hasn't realized it yet. I swear to God, everything he says that's gonna happen actually happens. He has two alter egos. Shadow, who is a strong swordsman and is extremely smart when it comes to battle. Then he has his normal alter ego, Sid, who is the most bland, unassuming NPC at his school. He plays an act, so he can have two separate identities. He's basically like Superman. He has a strong superpower disguise, then he has his Clark Kent normal, his unassuming disguise. In reality, none of them is truly what he is. Only from the reader's POV or the watcher, depending on how you consume this, do you know who he truly is. In that aspect, it's pretty fucking funny. Look, I can't speak for everybody else, but I can speak for myself. I see myself wanting to have what he has, a whole little world where you can create essentially anything. If you want to create a holy war, you can. If you want to kill the Demon King, you can. If you want to say something's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Essentially having a world that's basically a sandbox world, where I'm the MC and it's just for me. That's where the appeal lies. If you're a gamer, damn, that word sounds so cringe now, but if you are, I would definitely recommend you this because it's essentially the same dopamine hit you'd get if you're playing a game. When you play a game, you have a level of freedom that you can only fully grasp by not following the main story, or not making the right decisions in that questline, or not following the questline down to the T. Now I know for the most part, this isn't all games, but it seems like in every game I play, I always have this feeling of, damn, maybe if I had a little bit more freedom then I would enjoy this game a little bit more. The reason I'm saying all this is that the anime is very similar to a game. Shit, most Isekai is similar to games. But in the Eminence of Shadow, the setting is game-like, the characters are game-like, the geography is game-like, the plot is game-like. What's not game-like is the MC. I mean, quite literally, he's not from the world. But that being said, by him being from a different world, he doesn't have to follow certain rules. He has all the freedoms. He doesn't have to match up with the character's religion. He doesn't have to match up with the character's culture. He doesn't have to care about other people. In his case, he considers them NPCs. What a fucking edgelord. But this, in his mind, this is a game to have fun. If he wanted to, he could be quite literally the strongest fucking being. By him having two alter egos, it's really apparent that he has a strong character that nobody can touch, Shadow, and then he has Sid, the NPC who is bad at swords and is not gonna really amount to anything in his life. That's where the freedom comes, and that's where the fun really is. He is the player, he is the main character, and he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He has no quest lines to do, but he can make them through just his words alone, and that's when you could finally grasp how vast a game can be if it's fun and freeing. Everything he does is his own volition, and also, the anime is just fucking funny. I would go more in depth to the story, but if I told you what happens there, there'd be no point to watch it. I don't want to be a recap YouTuber, but also because this story is what makes it fun and hilarious. If you fuck with this and you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't, then don't. It's simple as that. There is a light novel, there's a manga, and there's an anime, and I'm pretty sure season 2 just got confirmed. Consume this series however you want, I don't care. Just have fun. Thanks for watching this video, please subscribe. My last video got nuked, but it makes sense on what it was about, so if you could please like this, I'd appreciate it.
Shawty wanna fuck. Shawty likes it rough and she's got a big oily butt, a big round wet McMuffin.